The Lions, to me, look like the 06, 07 Browns when they had Jamal Williams and Derek Anderson, and they were like 9-7 the year before, and
but
we
they're the
all
best
thought
team in the NFC North.
the one thing that hurt the Browns, and I think the one thing that will hurt the Lions, is the quarterback position.
Leave Jared Goff alone.
Jared Goff, bro, you not it, bro. You keep trying to play like Favre, and you not. You keep trying to force them, be a cowboy, force them passes. You ain't going nowhere, bro.
All right, we going.
Okay.
We're not going to disrespect.
No, we speaking of.
Welcome down to Review. Just a girl that loves sports, specifically football, and has fun talking stuff about it.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, what's going on with Lamar Jackson? But for the people out in the world, sorry. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe. And now we're going to jump into... I'm surprised I haven't heard anything. It's quote-unquote quiet. Well, I'm not surprised because I still believe that there's contingency plans for him and that there's talks in the background.
For his camp, or you talking about for the Ravens?
For other teams that are interested in him, I feel like they're not publicly saying anything. They're not, according to, people in the media who have sources, they're not hearing anything that no one's interested. Like, it's crickets from other team's side. I just feel like people take that. It could be me. I don't have sources. I'm just a girl that...
I know. I think the league would expect right now, because of the caliber he is, people to be kind of like running after him right now. But you don't have to, People have to really understand the Ravens have the right of first refusal. So if you're an NFL front office, you're thinking of scenarios right now before you even go to Lamar Jackson. Like, you're not just running after him, because if you run and throw the bag at him, Ravens fucking around match it, and you don't want to give up draft picks, you lost. You know what I mean? So you got to really think of this strategically and not just, even voice. Really, there is, if you really think about what's the benefit, unless it's really going to help Lamar, which I think his skill speaks for himself, but speaking out and saying that you want him without having different scenarios to know that whatever scenario you go with, like say if you go with one scenario and there's 3 outcomes to it and all 3 you could still potentially get him. If you don't have that scenario in hand, why talk to him? You know what I mean? Like, because...
And right now, the rumor mills are going to go crazy. Allegedly, the Patriots were talking. Allegedly, this. So we're going to hear all that. But I will say this.
Yeah, the Patriots.
Breaking news. A representative from Lamar's camp, whether it be a close family friend or someone in his family, has contacted, allegedly, NFL teams. So are you saying that Lamar is no longer interested in being a Raven? I
think that's pretty obvious.
Right?
He's
interested
because he hasn't signed it.
I think he wants to be a Raven, but negotiations have stalled. So now, even though he may still want to be a Raven, somebody's feelings are probably hurt in all this back and forth, right?
Probably both.
Exactly. So a non-NFLPA certified rep can talk to an NFL team. So the NFL has to jump ahead of this now that it's been leaked or it's been put out there that someone from his camp is allegedly talking to teams. The NFLPA said, or the NFL last year made it very clear that they don't want that happening, because remember we said last week Roquan Smith was one of the people that negotiated his own deals, but he had someone speaking on his behalf. I think it was St. Omni or something to that effect. Somebody please fact check me. But that person wasn't a certified NFLPA. certified person to get the deal going.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, they're trying to protect the players here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all like talk.
Until we
really see so.
Because you ain't trying to hear it.
Nah, it's just about I look at it as, and me knowing the game for so long, a lot of this talk is just culture talk where, NFL reps want to play the game so a player like Lamar can be potentially penalized for trying to, rep himself and trying to get the best deal possible. So a lot of like these like rumor stuff, I feel like it's NFL teams
Jerry
and NFL
is big
reps
on a
just
conspiracy. He's not trying to hear anything. He's not trying to hear anything.
Because I look at it like this. If nothing we talk about is to the benefit of the player, I'm always think it's the team playing it because they always trying to play the other side. You know what I mean? Like, you can't put nothing past these NFL teams, these front offices. So I don't like to talk about, like, because I feel like we play into the hype when we do that,
It's a business.
Yeah.
It's a business.
Yeah.
That's why athletes should move accordingly and treat themselves as a business because y'all are a brand.
And get the bag.
You know what I'm talking about?
And so Lamar, I'm proud of what he's doing right now because you have to hold your ground,
At one point, are you going to say he's stubborn?
No.
You're not?
Never.
You riding?
Riding. He all-pro quarterback, MVP, and he want to be paid as the most paid quarterback. Yeah, I'm gonna ride with that. That to me, there is no scenario where that's ludicrous, where he's being stubborn. That's the dude's talented. Like.
And we have a long off season to go.
Exactly.
So it is what it is.
Exactly.
And I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the ride. But
what happened with what's gonna happen with D-Hop though? Because they talking about D-Hop want to really leave Arizona.
Okay, hi. Remember we said weeks ago, or I said weeks ago, D-Hop is not staying on the Cardinals.
Yeah, you were right.
Look, but let me tell you, last week I was at work. In the office, doing my little thing. Twitter, I get an alert. D-Hop to the Patriots. But you know how you get the notifications, right? It's effing Twitter, man.
Yeah, you can't be trusting them.
I start screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm like, yeah, let's go. We doing something. And click the link, because you got to click it to read the full story, because I know better.
That show's clickbait.
Whoever put that out, big middle finger to you, okay?
Ooh, they got you.
That was not nice. That was not nice. I was so excited. But allegedly he's in talks, or who doesn't the Patriots?
Yeah.
Who don't the Patriots speak to, right? So I'm just like, we have Juju. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's...
Okay.
Yeah.
But while we talking about the Patriots and D-Hop, I want to talk about teams that are making moves that people aren't talking about, but I like these moves. I like these teams, and right now, as of today, it's probably going to change by next week.
Yeah.
These are my favorite off-season moves, and might be my favorite teams coming on the season. Let's see how we draft and everything else. There's still not a lot of wide receivers have been moved yet.
Yeah.
So there's still
OBJ still in the market. Okay. He won like $20 million.
Allegedly, but he said he didn't say that. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay. Why is nobody talking about the Lions? I love what the Lions are doing.
Yeah, with CJ Gardner.
I love what the Lions are freaking doing.
But it's the Lions. I feel like that's why people not talking about the Lions, because it's the Lions, The
Lions were on the radar last year. Okay, people, the Lions are no longer the doo-doo team of the NFL, and they show that towards the end of the season. They're showing more competitive edge and actually winning.
They still got Jared Goff, so I don't know.
Okay, all right. But he fits. He fits them what they were doing last year.
Okay.
right?
But unless he likes to force passes a lot. So until I see him like really become an overall better quarterback, that's when I'm really taking
outside of Jared Goff. Let's talk about their defense. Okay?
Yeah, they picked up C.J. Gardner, which was dope.
C.J. Gardner. They re-signed C.J. Moore. They signed David Montgomery because Jamal Williams is gone.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
Emmanuel Mosley, who can complement Kirby Joseph on the other side. They are making moves. And you weren't here last season, guys. Tune in, season 4. It's like one of the last 2, 3, 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about, when I say we, I mean me. We were speaking about how if I am a defensive player and I'm looking for a place to go to, and make moves, it'll be the Detroit Lions. Because we were talking about how Detroit needs maybe like a big name, and then you weren't on the episode. I forgot. Maybe it was your brother was saying maybe not a big name, but more of an athletic type of DB, etc. Tighten up, shore up that defense. Listen, I think somebody fact check me. You can fact check me. I think they have 8 picks in the draft. So if they do the right thing, they can be they're showing on paper. They added Cameron Sutton for Christ's sakes. Like, they're showing on paper that they
Yeah, I mean,
I'm liking them. I'm liking them in the NFC North.
If you ask me,
liking them.
They were 8 and 9 or 8 or 9 this season, right?
Whatever.
Yeah,
17 games.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you ask me, if I got to pick, are they going to be over 500 or
They're
under 500? They're going to be over 500.
Definitely.
How much? I don't know. But, they'll be over 500 because I do agree with what you're saying where, the defense does look really good. It's just, if you throw pressure at Jared Goff, they have Jamal Williams, who is really that goal line player.
Offensively,
but he picked up a lot of good blitzes.
Remember, they kept getting injured offensively.
Yeah.
But if anybody had anybody on the lines on fantasy, you were doing pretty well offensively.
But see, that Jamal Williams loss, that's
they have to get somebody to fill that void up. But listen, the way they're treating running backs now in this day and age in NFL market, Austin Eckler wants to get paid, and running backs should get paid, but running backs get treated like, okay, we can get another running back for discount price, i.e. Damian Harris made, $900,000 last year.
Yeah.
Now he's on the Bills. I don't know what that contract is looking like. I have to look into that. And then you have running backs that are going to pop up out the NFL draft.
Yeah.
You're going to.
Yeah, because as long as you can get another running back in committee, you'll be fine.
They're going to trim like a dime something. The Bears, the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, everybody's
I like what they're doing.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk. We briefly spoke about them last week, but baby, you got DJ Moore, right?
Yep.
Then you have, Darnell Mooney on the other side.
Yep.
Justin Fields. After that week, they played the Patriots last year, and they looked like something. He was on the roll then, and then the way they changed, like, their offensive line has always been their issue. God bless Jay Cutler. I don't know how he was doing it then, but they have always been an issue. But look what they got from the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Pick number 9. Pick number 61. First round pick in 2024. Second round pick in 2025. I like what the GM is doing.
Nice. That was really dope.
Can we talk about the Bears?
Yeah, now it's all going to be on Justin Fields, And
that line. They got to get that line right.
Yeah.
They have to.
They do.
They got to get that line right.
And they picked up, shout out P.J. Walker. They picked him up as backup quarterback. So if Justin Fields go down, he could win them a couple 1 or 2 games. Exactly. We had to shout that out.
P.J. Walker not bad.
He's not. He's a good backup. Like, he really... Justin Fields go down, he could pick up the slack and win the game for you, win the next week, you know what I mean? Keep the momentum that Justin Fields has going if he goes down. PJ can definitely do that. So that was a good pickup for them. So I do. I think that's the Bears are looking good, It's just going to come down to Justin Fields and what he do. It got to be.
Okay. Dolphins, dare I say it. I'm going to say it again, AFC East. if they do what I know they're gonna do. One of the best teams in the division, man. That's all. I mean, in the NFL. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Best
So you think AFC? You think better than AFC West?
Apparently, they showed they were last year. They were way better than the AFC West. Competitive wise, the Bills, the Patriots, that whole division was super competitive last year.
Versus the AFC West.
Yes. Did we not see what the Broncos was doing?
Oh.
Did we not see what the Raiders were doing?
Okay.
Now, the hype that we have for the AFC West when all those acquisitions happened last year, I think I hope it happens year 2 and 3. We'll see it like tighten up.
I think Broncos can tighten up
because they have the pieces they need.
Yeah,
they have the pieces they need, and then Raiders
got Jimmy G. You know, they got
they were the fans were like, Jimmy G is mid, he's terrible. Okay,
but he wins. I'm gonna tell you that much. He wins.
The Patriots way doesn't work anywhere except New England. We gonna see. We gonna see, people. Trust me. You hear it here first. Let me tell you something, okay? ESPN get their stuff from us, okay? You hear it here first, okay? I like that. Dolphins picked up Tua's 5th year. You guys are all for it. I'm like, okay.
We'll see,
They re-signed Raheem Mostert. You have Myles Gaskin, another running back. Vic Fangio, you can't lose with him as a defensive coordinator. And then you add Jalen Ramsey.
Yep.
I think they still need another. They have Xavier Howard over there.
Xavier Howard, yeah.
And they have a slew of other cornerbacks. I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, it's all like these teams you keep saying is all coming down to the quarterback, Tua. Because if they had Tua against Buffalo in the playoffs, that's a win with Jalen. So you could take away a touchdown from.
That's because the
Buffalo.
Bills consistently shoot themselves in the foot. And let me look at the camera since we know what these other networks be doing. Stop putting the Bills as the favorite to win the Super Bowl. I don't understand. I don't understand why we do that, people. Like, seriously.
Really?
Especially you. You want it up.
Oh, the Bills look nice.
They look nice. Oh, it look good. Oh, it look good. It look shiny. She got a big butt or whatever you into. Okay. What else? What substance do you have? What's going on?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Stephen
Diggs saying it. He's saying it.
But he's saying, I'm guarantee you, if they don't do what they supposed to do, he gonna be on his way out.
Oh yeah.
He gonna be ready to
he's frustrated.
go. If he's not ready to go now.
Yeah.
Believe Naj. Okay, I sees it. Okay, let's stop putting the Bills. They are a very good team, but let's stop putting them as the favorites to win the Super Bowl, because the issue is every year, even as they get better, self-inflicted wounds every year. Every year.
Yeah, and it's Josh too. I'll say, because he be forcing certain passes.
He nice.
Yeah, against Cincinnati, I just didn't understand, man. He just fell short, like just deflated. Like I was like, dude, like.
But does he need more support on offense so he can feel more comfortable and doesn't have to do too much?
He needs a run game. Needs a second receiver.
You have Damian Harris now, who, when he's on that field and healthy, for 2 years in a row, he had most yards after the catch.
They need a run back out of committee. Do. So they need another one.
Who else do they have? They had Devin
Singletary, but he's on free agency. James Cook.
Dalvin is on Minnesota.
Yeah. So I heard we were saying when I was getting up here, they may be looking at Zeke. If they can get Zeke.
But they have to commit to running the ball.
That's what I'm saying. You got Zeke.
Singletary wasn't a bad running back.
He wasn't. So now you got Zeke who can run because he can't really catch.
Right.
You have Damian Harris who can catch out the backfield.
Who was the featured back in
So now, and then you got James Cook. Maybe he could take some loads off from Zeke if they get
Damian
him.
or Zeke,
Zeke,
right.
yeah. So that's a nice little running back committee that you could commit to. You can run the ball consistently with that.
And I think if they get Zeke, I don't think Zeke is going to be the featured back.
I
think it's going to be between Damian and Damian
right?
and James Cook.
Yeah.
I really do.
Because that is Zeke.
Zeke has declined every year since he's been in the league.
Yeah.
Every single year.
it's sad. It's sad. You know what I mean? Because that boy was something serious coming out. He had like 1,600 yards. Like
coming out of what?
Coming out of Ohio State, his first year, he was like...
You know, he was a beast. It was the feed me. He had the crop top. He was jumping in the little bell.
He was like yards after contact. He was a full tilt. Now, that's what you... It's crazy because if you look at like Adrian Peterson back in the day, who I felt like...
These running backs ain't built like that, right?
They're not built like that no more because Adrian at least gave Minnesota a good 10 years before he started to hit that wall.
And then
Zeke, bro, he was like year 5, he started to hit the wall. I'm like, damn, bro.
He had that injury and came
back and balled. I'm like, but they're not built like that no more. Like, these running backs, I don't know. And Zeke was supposed to be because coming out of Ohio State, bro. Nah, for real. With Urban Meyer, how they run the ball.
I'm sorry, he was supposed to be. Friends. I'm a Michigan girl.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's go blue all day, every day.
Yeah.
Even though I'm from the tri-state, it's go blue every day. Even though Penn State my alma mater, let's talk about that. But it's go blue every day. So when I hear the words Ohio State, I get like
the Ohio State.
Yeah, my stomach start hurting. I get headaches. It's bad. It's bad.
But man, Zeke, I don't know, man. And, maybe in this new place, maybe he can reinvent himself. Be the third down back. Not be, but he's got to find it because he'll get signed because he's still a talent. He's not who he was, and everybody in the league knows that. But he can still add value to an NFL team.
And a lot of people speak to his locker room presence too. So
he was a good leader.
You're definitely gonna need that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Zeke, Cowboys.
Yeah. Everybody love him.
Cowboys fans, even though y'all work my mother effing nerves.
Well, y'all sue.
This is the first time in a little bit that the Cowboys have made some moves in the offseason. Last year before, they've been quiet. You're like, yo, what the hell they doing?
Only one I like, Stephon Gilmore. Brandon Cooks.
Don't talk about the Archer. Don't talk about the Archer. That man is a walking 1,000 yards every year. Don't look him up.
Bro.
Look him up right now. Take that Apple phone, iPhone.
Look, when he was in LA.
Saints. Oh, which one?
And he was in the Saints and
the Saints, 1,000 yards. Tom Brady and them, 1,000 yards. Rams, 1,000 yards. Booty Texans, even with all the drama, 1,000 yards. You better Google him. You see Jerry, let me tell you some people. Jerry don't like being wrong here at the review. He got the right one.
Yo.
I'll be knowing, okay? Somebody Google me. I'm going to post this clip. And the people that leave a comment and say, yeah, she right. A walking 1,000 yards. He's a walking 1,000 yards. You don't have to love it. You don't have to like it.
I think people are gassing Brandon. Look, I'm going to say this. If you would have got D-Hop, now that's different. Now I'm like, okay, now you talking that real.
They got Brandon Cooks. So what happened? I mean, they needed somebody.
That's true.
Because they got rid of Amari Cooper and they were struggling.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They needed somebody.
But let me ask you this. What's his name? The quarterback. Man, I'm blanking on his name.
Dak Prescott.
Mm-hmm. If you think about his game, and I know people are going to say, well, Brandon Cooks can help with that. I don't know that much. I mean, Brandon Cooks is a good wide receiver. I'm not denying. But do you really see Dak throwing the ball 20-plus yards consistently?
I don't know what I see Dak doing because the Cowboys have this thing where even when they're a really, really good team, like they were last year, it's always something.
That's it.
And last year,
Dak. It's really, that's what it is.
But you
Let's
could
be
say
honest.
that because people were giving Tony Romo the same energy.
That's it.
But last year, I didn't understand why why some games they had him dropping it back like 30 plus times a game. I didn't understand. You had 2 running back. I didn't understand.
Because they want to make him that guy. They paid him that much money. So he needs to be dropping back, having 40, 50 pass attempts
He can
a game.
scramble. He can do so many things. I didn't understand. So, Mike McCarthy, it's on you. Pressure.
Man, I know.
Pressure. Because you blame Kellen Moore. Pressure. I want to see.
See, a guy like him, Mike McCarthy, and it's like top down, right? So it's Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is always going to try to recreate the 90s.
It ain't happening, bro.
He's always going to. That's his thing, because he's hell bent on proving to the world that Jimmy Johnson wasn't the one who created that whole dynasty in the team. So he's going to try to recreate it over. I agree, but if you ask him, he'll say it was him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So how about it was both?
Yeah, it's true. So I think he's always, and which is crazy because Aikman wasn't that kind of guy. So he's playing into the league where he got to try to make Dak, have 40, 50 pass attempts a game, which is crazy to me because Dak's never been there.
Why? Because when you had Cooper Rush who was filling in for Dak, the formula was working. And Cooper Rush wasn't dropping back and throwing the ball for 40 times plus a game. When Tom Brady was doing that on the Bucs because he had no choice.
No choice, yeah.
You have options. You have weapons.
Yeah.
You have a choice. You can move.
Just win the game. Just anybody.
And you had a defense that was lights out at one point in time.
Yeah, now you got
Stephon Gilmore under
nice.
Dan Quinn. I love that. Yeah. And I firmly believe with Stephon Gilmore on one side, you got Trey on the other. Mm-hmm. Trey can learn a lot from Stephon, right? Yeah. And who knows? Stephon might have a resurgence in his career if things are done right. And then I would Trey can learn, you don't have to be the ball hawk. Because, every corner gets burnt. Let's be real here. Once in a blue
Don't be saying that.
Once in a blue. Not like it's a norm.
All pros don't be doing that. All pros don't be getting burnt like that. Don't be saying that. All corners get... No.
All corners
No. That's for the second and third tier, the guys who never make all pro.
I was trying to say that to give Trey some love because Trey got burnt a couple of times, but
he's not yet.
Not yet. Because his first year, people will go because he was getting them interceptions. He was ball hawking his first year.
But if you looked at his game, if you look at a lot of his tape, he played weak side. So a lot of the times, quarterbacks, when he got those picks, quarterbacks were throwing across their body. Mm-hmm. So he was really getting some lucky picks. So I'm like, bro, and this is a thing in the league. Y'all got to know with corners. And you got to learn this when you look at the great stats. Look at Dion Reeves. They don't be having 5+ picks a year. They'll have maybe 3, 4, but they'll have 70, 80 pass defenses, and they lock down shit. So they don't even throw the ball to them. So this whole 7, 8 pick stuff is kind of like, bro, you really just get lucky a lot of times on the field.
You know who you sound like right now? And I love this. Asante Samuel.
Nah, because it's facts.
I love it.
It's facts. When you really look at shutdown corners, they don't be having 5+ picks.
You sound like Asante. Yo, and sidebar, that's one of my favorite corners, bro. Asante was giving it to them back in the day.
He was.
You sound just like him because he said something so similar when they were talking about best corners in the league. And
Dion was another. He ain't have. He had certain points because he would play nickel, so he would get picks at some point. But when he was
he didn't have to get the picks back to back.
Yeah.
And that's always the argument. And the boy, give me a high
Reeves.
five.
Look at Reeves on.
We finally agree on something. Give me a high five on that one. You sound like a sign. I love that.
Reeves was another one. Reeves was on a whole island, bro. So if you really look, when Reeves played, you can literally just isolate him on one side of the field. He didn't even need safety help.
Throwing to him.
Yeah.
You're not throwing.
And you would have only. I'm gonna say this. Only one time, and I watched Reeves a lot. Only one time I saw Reeves people could say he got burnt, but I would say he got mossed because it was against Randy Moss. And I remember when Randy against the Patriots,
but it was a 1-for-1. Let's not forget that Rivas gave Randy the business to play
he did.
Play before.
But on that streak, I was so shocked because usually Rivas will give you space, and as soon as that ball's out, he's just so great at close end speed, so he's able to just close in and just make you feel like you open for a minute, make the quarterback feel like he open, and all of a sudden he passes. When I saw, and it's Randy, so it's like, bro, he's 6'3", 6'4", he run like a 4'3", 4'4", 40, so
that's a long boy.
Exactly. So long streak. So it made sense, but that was the only time I ever saw. But most of these corners, I feel like the skill. I mean, Jalen, we saw Jalen got burnt.
I've seen Jalen get burnt many a time.
You know what I mean?
And I love Jalen. So,
yeah, he is. And he is a really good physical corner. But that's the thing that I think separates him, that people love him so much. He can be a lockdown corner because he's physical. He's not a guy who, and let me not say this because he may come and kill me or what. I'm not trying to say that.
Kill you.
No, but he gonna try to say some shit. But at certain points, he does have that skill where he has that close end speed, so he can close in on the receiver. Like he'll be 2-3 yards away, and as soon as that ball's out, he's able to just be right over the receiver. He has that ability, but against top talent. Early in his career, I think he has that. Now he's just more of a physical corner, so he could just get you off your route.
And that's natural progression of things.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
just is what it is. But I still think Jalen is very good.
Yeah.
I think Stephon Gilmore is
he's
very good. When he was
good
on the Colts last year, I mean, you're not paying attention because the teams are losing.
Exactly.
But lockdown Gilly.
Hell yeah.
I think that's a good move. They have Tony Pollard, and then they just picked up Rojo today, Ronald Jones from the Bucks. So, they doing something. They doing something. I get sick when I think about this team.
Let me hear this team. Who is it?
The New York Giants.
Yo, you gonna have New York fans on your ass. Watch.
I don't care. New York Giants. Okay. All right. They're justifying their Daniel Jones debacle. They let go of Kenny Galladay.
Yeah.
Kenny get the bag Galladay because no matter where he go, he get paid
get the bag, exactly.
and don't play.
He a Jamarcus Russell artist. That's
Relax.
You gonna learn all his game from Jamarcus Russell.
You better cut it out.
Son.
You better cut it out. So they have Darren Waller. They signed Sterling Shepard.
Yeah.
Okay. Paris, a receiver named Paris, something I forgot. The young kid from the Bills, Hodgins, they have him. He made he was making some little moves last year during the season when he came in halfway through. So, okay, you're giving Daniel Jones some pieces. It don't have to be crazy big pieces, but you're giving him something. You have a good defense. Hey, they might still shore up. So the NFC East.
This is
It's still good.
Daniel Jones, this is your year, bro. You gotta
prove.
Yes, and this to me, 4,000 yards, 20 plus touchdowns, 25 plus. If you're not hitting that, I don't want to talk to you, bro. Look. They give you the bag, so I ain't gonna hate you. And I'm always for players getting the bag. I don't care who you are. But you're not that. If you don't hit that this year, you're not that, bro. If you hitting another 3,000 yards, 3,200, maybe 20 touchdowns, 12, 15 picks, you mid, bro. You know what I mean? You finesse the Giants.
I mean, I'm gonna just leave it at that. The Jets got Mecole Hardman, sent Elijah Mitchell packing. Sent Elijah Mitchell to the Browns.
Yeah.
So,
Elijah Moore, I'm
sorry.
Yeah.
Why did I say Elijah Mitchell? Jono say that's the running back.
Yeah.
But, those are my favorites. And then right now, I know it's too early to tell. But I'm kind of, sometimes I have a soft spot for certain teams. And this year, my soft spot is the Detroit Lions.
Okay. What about the Eagles? What you think about? Because they got rid of Sanders, but they talking about possibly paying Jalen Hurts.
I mean, I think we knew this was going to happen because they had over 15 people on free agency, right? I think C.J. Mosley.
No,
is it C.J. Not C.J. Mosley.
No, C.J. Gardner.
Is it C.J. Gardner? I think he kind of misjudged the market.
Yeah.
Because he came to them saying, I want this type of bread. And at the time, it was like he overshot himself.
Yeah.
And then by the time he realized it and he went to talk to them, they were kind of moved on. So that's why he signed elsewhere.
The Lions,
so
and he got more money.
And he got more money, which is good. But that's the tricky part about the business, right?
Yeah.
You have to. The Eagles are a good team. They're very good, and I still think even though they're missing a few pieces,
do you pay Jalen though?
I would. Hell yeah, I would pay Jalen. Jalen is their thing.
You got to lock him up now.
They can restructure his deal like Mahomes has done, and they can definitely do that.
It's time to do that is now.
And I think they're still a good team.
Oh yeah,
they
100%.
still have pieces. You have
still
Jason
Super Bowl
Kelce. You
caliber.
have that center back.
Yeah.
You need your center. You need your O-line. Everything else gonna fall into place. Their defense is still solid.
Yeah.
Let's see what the promoted coaches do. Their new coordinators. Yeah. Let's see how that goes. But the Texans making moves on the low too. But we'll talk about that next week. Yeah. They making moves on the low too. AFC North needs, if you give a shit, Baltimore Ravens. Obviously a quarterback.
Obviously. Receiver. I need to be going for D-Hop. To get...
No, they don't. The Patriots need to be going for D-Hop.
Okay, here we go with that.
What are we doing
if you want to satisfy... Look, if you don't want Lamar... Which, I don't know. That's... in any reality, I don't see that happen if you're not paying Lamar $200 million guaranteed. But if you don't want to pay Lamar $200 million guaranteed, you need to get a receiver. Like, that's just... If you're not getting no receivers,
they have running backs.
Bro, y'all need to get D-Hop. Ron DeCosta, right? And Ozzie Newsome. Y'all need to get a receiver.
Who the hell is Ron DeCosta?
He's the Eric DeCosta, whatever his name is. There you go. Bro, Eric DeCosta. Look at Eric DeCosta. Ozzie Newsome. If y'all want to not pay Lamar $200 million, you need to get him a receiver.
That's not
a
D-Hop.
Number one receiver. No, right. That's not D-Hop.
Because D-Hop needs to go to the New England Patriots. That's it.
Okay.
Get you somebody else. Okay, it's a lot of people out here in the streets.
I don't even know who else out here.
It's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of them. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Who
it's
else?
A bunch of them. The Bengals need every goddamn body. Defense. They need some corners. They need safeties. Their safeties are gone. Von Bell gone.
Go to the draft.
They need safeties. They need corners. Maybe an interior linebacker.
Yeah, I mean.
What's up with their running back?
Joe Mixon, he's
there, like but he may not stay the year after.
T. Higgins, y'all need to shore him up. Y'all need to pay him. Because T. Higgins that's a number one. And he looking for the bag.
He gonna want that bag.
He gonna get it either way.
He gonna want that bag.
Because he had talent. And the NFL know he had talent.
Cleveland Browns. Receiver. Maybe a corner.
Hey, try to get OBJ back. I don't know.
Why they need OBJ, but the Ravens can't get OBJ?
Hey, that's a good question. No, you're right. OBJ is another good one. Ravens. Eric DeCosta. Eric? There you go. Eric DeCosta, Ozzie Newsome. Go get OBJ. All right, you don't want to pay him $20 million. Don't pay him. Maybe 10, 7, 10. That'll be nice. 5. Nah, you chill. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
Sorry, OBJ. Disrespectful. First of all, it says the Browns have a negative $13.4 million.
See, I need to drop people. That's what y'all need to do.
Damn, son.
Oh,
Holy
Lord.
crap.
Deshaun Watson, that finesse is still fucking out to this day.
The Steelers.
Oh, man.
What do the Steelers need?
Quarterback. What, they got Kenny Pickett.
You don't believe Kenny Pickett could do something? He a baby.
Hey, go get Lamar.
Yo,
Really piss off them dudes in your division. Go pick up Lamar. Hey, Mike Tomlin, bro, that's a surefire Super Bowl appearance with him.
Receivers. They need receiver.
They do.
They have Pickens, the young guy from last year, who obviously this year he can, be a factor. They have Johnson. I didn't forget they got rid of Chase Claypool.
They gave it to the Browns.
But the thing with the Steelers is they know how to draft some damn receivers.
They do. So hey, you can pick them up in the draft.
Yeah. Defense. Or maybe a tackle. They need a tackle.
Yeah. I want to say too, Larry Tunsil, he got the bag on the Texans, bro. Y'all thought, look, that social media shit, right? Y'all thought y'all was gonna drown him. He had the whole, I forgot the weed mask when he got drafted, and his stock dropped.
Oh yeah,
and people thought
bomb.
with the bomb.
And now
he got and he negotiated his own contract.
Listen, everybody's smoking. Leave the
Exactly.
medicinals alone.
That shit about to be legal all around. So let's stop all this, okay? Okay.
That's another topic in the NFL for another thing. Dang, the draft is around the corner.
Yeah.
The draft is around the corner. What are we gonna do? We gonna do a live draft upon the Instagram live? Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, I think that would be dope.
A little recap. We're gonna.
When does the draft fall on?
I don't know, but I know
you want to do live show, live?
I do all 3 days. Steve, we could do a live show of the draft. Like have a draft party. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll do something. But we're gonna end it right there.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish it right there, guys. Thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on everything. Okay, share, like, subscribe.
Yep.
Leave comments. I love to get your feedback. The comments are always hilarious. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's it. See you guys next time.
Never wifeys, old bays, and it going both ways. Hot nights, cold days. I ain't fucking no strays. Me cover, no way.